Hello and welcome to Titanium Pillars Tarot, and today I will be doing a Are You Knocking Yourself Out of Your Intuitiveness This Week and How video. Alright, so for this I'll be using some concepts from SuperConscious Education brought to us by Christopher Duncan. With that I'll also use my intuition. So with that being said, let's get into my insight. Now, so something very odd happened today. Earlier today, I realized the truth that I had been trying to ostrich myself out of seeing for the longest time, meaning I was trying to hide my head in the sand to not see it. And so it was like an energetic shift on my end that I finally allowed myself to come to grips with this reality that I was avoiding. Now, this shift was so powerful that I noticed that I needed to take a nap. And I thought I set my alarm, but clearly did not. So when I woke up 2 to 3 hours later, I was like, what? I thought we were Sunday morning, because this is Saturday. I'm filming this Saturday night. And I thought we were Sunday morning. I'm like, holy shit. I didn't eat. My hair is still wet. And I'm in bed. I still haven't put my pillow under my head. I'm not in my PJs. What is going on? And I saw it was 7 o'clock. And I know that tomorrow I'm going to have to go to meet up with my sister and her boyfriend, and we're going to go to my parents' house. Now, so I kind of, how should I say it? I had spoken to my family earlier today, completely forgot about it because of the fact that I thought that I had spoken to them yesterday. And so when I woke up in that fright, I was like, holy smokes, what's going to happen? I missed it. I missed my transport. I don't know what's going on. So I kind of call my sister. I call my mom, who is herself busy and getting ready to have guests over. Then she's like, call your sister. So I call my sister, and then we understand that what happened was that I fell asleep, and so I texted my mom, told her, sorry mom, I took a very long nap and forgot we were Saturday. So maybe something has got you so off kilter that you feel like you've actually jumped a day. Or is it okay, I was just watching this video where they were talking about quantum jumping. It's when you kind of change timelines. You are on one timeline and then you shift and then you begin to be on another timeline. So I think what I've done is quantum jump, even if right now I don't see the proof of it yet. I have actually changed timelines. And there's like this uncomfortable moment, when things are changing, when you're shifting and things are beginning to change into something else but aren't quite there yet. So you're like in this caterpillar soup stage, and like you don't know what's going on, which way's up, which way's down. Maybe you're like me, maybe you're in that state at the moment. Not the funnest state to be in, I must admit, but it is what it is, right? So you gotta roll with the punches, take what comes and be fine with it. Yeah. So I don't know what else is gonna come, but what I know for sure is that I have I have friends that I can rely on, and that I like to hang out with, and who like to hang out with me. And what I remembered is that I had to stop hanging out with my friends because on Wednesdays at least, because I don't know if you guys remember, but in like January, end of December, mid-December, I broke my arm, or I fractured my arm, and whatnot. So technically I went to the last skating of the year, and I had fun with my friends, but then I had to stop again because pitch practice, the thing I go to on Wednesdays, was picking up again, and I had to put more effort into what I was doing, as in my videos and the class stuff that I wanted to do. Now, so basically what I'm getting at is this: you are in this caterpillar soup, and it is not fun because you are changing timelines, you're also changing the way you do things. Things are in motion, things are moving, things are changing, and that is not necessarily the comfortablest state. Okay, I get it. It's not easy, but it is what it is. Okay, so that is it for my insight. So for this reading, I'll be dividing it with the 9 orientations. I will mainly be using my intuition as well as some concepts from SuperConscious Education as well, which are the I don't know. I don't think they're the 6 sabotage and belief patterns. I'm not exactly sure what they're called, but or ways that you might be knocking yourself out of your intuitiveness. Right? Okay. So, what I will be doing is the first group I'll be divining for are my perfectionists. Alright? The individuals who intuitively know how things should be done in order for them to turn out great. So, So, please, God, angels, and guides, first and foremost. Subconscious. Show me a yes. Show me a no. Show me a maybe. Show me a possibly. Okay. So, please, God, angels, and guides, and anyone from the highest good who has a message for my perfectionists, please come forward and share. Are they knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? Yes. So, how might they be knocking themselves out? Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone from the highest good, and you got... conditional choice, conscious, and directness. So, my perfectionists, you are deciding to act on a conditional choice, or to make a conditional choice, which is going to lead you to being more conscious about something. You are being more conscious about something, which would be the 4 levels of learning. So, right now, I'm thinking that you're conscious that you're incompetent at something. You're at the beginning stages, okay? Or so either you're conscious about being incompetent at something, or you're conscious about being conscious that you're incompetent. Okay, so you're conscious about being you're conscious about being incompetent. That's where you're at. And so you're trying to... Then you got indirectness on the side. Indirectness. You're indirectly trying to get to something quickly. So you're trying to resolve this issue by being indirect about it. Interesting. So that was it for my perfectionists, okay? So my gorgeous helpers, I already started your reading, and I pulled conditional choice, okay? Now, what was coming to my mind was I saw this video of this little boy who was sad to see his uncle and his sister go have fun, and he needs to stay home with mommy. And he's like, oh, I want to go with them, but I can't. So, like, I feel like there's a condition that you feel that you have to stay back for. Like that you can't attend everything you would like to attend because okay, you can't attend everything you want to attend because of that thing that you are working on right now. And what I basically got to the first time around is that right now you are like I mentioned, you are quantum jumping. You are moving into a higher timeline. And that higher timeline is going to definitely demand some change, something needs to change within you. And so that thing that needs to change is going to demand some time. And what I said was what happened is that for me, I used to, before I broke my arm in December, I used to I used to go one Wednesday, I would go to pitch practice, and another Wednesday I would go to these social gatherings of my friend that my friends used to have. And these would be on Wednesdays. Okay? So now when I broke my arm, I had to stop going to the things my friends would do, because on Wednesdays they would go skating, and this was during the winter. And I stopped going to that because I knew I wanted to go skate, but if I had fallen a couple of times before, and that's why my arm was broken, and so I didn't want to chance it, and I wanted to avoid falling again and hurting my arm even more. So for 2.5 months I didn't go, and so I went more to pitch practice. But the reason I went to pitch practice was because the reason why I skipped out on half of the events, the social events, was because pitch practice was going to allow me to become better in sales, better in getting my points across, my ideas across, and all those things. So there's definitely a trade-off that you are going through to get to complete that quantum jump, but it's going to take some time because you don't want to miss out on all the fun, but you also want to be better at what it is that you want to move into. Do you see where the dichotomy is? You are in caterpillar soup right now, which is what I was getting at in the first version of this. And so it is going to be uncomfortable AF, but just know that once this uncomfortable situation passes, you are going to be so much better at whatever you do. Okay? So take comfort in that you are getting better and better and better. Right? You're getting on a higher timeline, which is amazing. Okay, so that's what I have for my helpers. So now on to my achievers, the individuals who intuitively know how to set goals and go about achieving them one by one. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my achievers, please come forward and share. Are they knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? Yes. Maybe. No. Possibly. Interesting. Alright. So, we got all four, my gorgeous achievers. Wait, is this 4 different groups? Maybe. Is this 4 different times? Yes. And possibly. I need some water. Excuse me. So, yeah. How might they be knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? Okay, we got reaction versus response, resolving a negative belief about yourself. Right, achievers. I feel like there's something that you're trying to avoid missing out on. You're trying to, in the hopes of securing something you are missing out, that you are afraid of missing out on. You are trying to get a handle on it by resolving your belief, your negative belief that you are going to lose it. You know? So, yeah, that is what I got for my achievers. Okay. Okay, so now on to my individualists. The individuals who intuitively know what to place in the center of attention, how long to keep it there, for what aim and what purpose. So, please, God, angels, and guides, and for the highest good, who has a message for my individualists, please come forward and share. Are they knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? Yes. No. Maybe. And possibly. Okay. So please, God, angels, and guides, and for the highest good, how might this be going on? How might this happen? And you got resolving a negative belief about yourself. I feel like achievers and my individualists, both of you are like the opposite spectrum of something similar. Like the opposite ends. And I think that it's a matter of timing. Yeah, so I think it is going to come together. It's just going to take a lot of time. And it's just patience. Patience is being called for right now. And I'm an individualist. I'm also a helper. So in some situations I'm a helper. In some situations I'm an individualist. So, I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, it can be all of them in any situation, but the gist of it is, depending on the situation you're in, your way of reacting is going to change, okay? So I'm going to have to redo the video that I did. This is going to be for my investigators. And so, my investigators, I guess it was the reason why I have to redo it and didn't take is because there's a better message that should be coming out for you guys. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my investigators, please come forward and share. Are they knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? Yes. No. Maybe. Yes, no, maybe. Okay. So, please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my investigators, please come forward and share. How might they be knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? Universal signs. So what you're doing is that you're basing your decisions to utilize your intuition off of things that other people have noticed, because when I get universal signs, to me it's like a very big group of individuals. Like, you'll notice it, but it doesn't necessarily ring true for you, type of thing going on here. And so this is just saying that instead of following your intuition, you're following something that you saw, or that something someone else said. Because if it's something that you saw and that you noticed, then it's no longer a universal sign. It's something that rings true for you. But if it's something that someone else said that you needed to check out, that is a sign that you... Yeah, and the cars are revving. I don't know if you can hear them, but on the highway, that it's not exactly for you. It might be for someone else, but because you didn't necessarily resonate with it, it's not your message from spirit, is what I'm getting. Okay, so that was it for my investigators. So now on to my loyalists, the individuals who intuitively know what to be loyal to, how long to be loyal to it, and for what aim and what purpose. So, please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my loyalists, please come forward and share. Are they knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? I get a maybe, possibly, yes, and no. So is that 4 different groups? Possibly. Is that 4 different times? Yes. Okay, so I guess that in the week you're gonna have 4 possibilities that you might, that you will, that you won't. Okay, so what I mean to say is that you either are going to be knocking yourself out, you either won't be knocking yourself out, you either might be knocking yourself out, or you might possibly knock yourself out, which is very close to might, but slightly different. But in tarot and in intuition, these little slight differences make a big difference. Okay, so now be mindful of that. Okay, so please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my loyalists, how might this be coming about? Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good. And you got conditional choice. This is happening because of a conditional choice that you are making, and that is causing this to happen. Okay, my loyalists, so be mindful of that. So now on to my enthusiasts, the individuals who intuitively know what to be enthusiastic about, how long to stay enthusiastic about it, and for what aim and what purpose. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my enthusiasts, please come forward and share what are the okay, wait. First of all, are they knocking themselves out of their intuition this week, out of their intuitiveness this week? Yes. Maybe. Possibly. I'm moving energy is what I'm moving. And no, so is this 4 separate times? Maybe. Is this 4 separate instances? Maybe. So you have to be mindful of this, my gorgeous enthusiasts. Alright, so how might this, what what are they, or might they, be knocking themselves out of, or how might they be knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? Please, God, angels, and guides. And you got conscious. You're trying to be conscious about your decision to act on something, and you're resolving a negative belief about yourself, and you are following a condition. So what I'm getting is that you are resolving something because of a condition or a conditional choice that you're trying to resolve consciously. Trying to resolve it consciously, but the thing is that you have to get it into the unconscious competence stage. So you have to do it often enough and well enough. Okay, so you have to do it enough times well so that it becomes an unconscious, automatic system that is hardwired in your brain at this point. Okay, so that is what I have for my enthusiasts. So now on to my protectors, the individuals who intuitively know how to keep things safe, from what, for how long, and for what aim and what purpose. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my protectors, please come forward and share how might they be knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week. Not how. Are they knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? Maybe. Possibly. Yes. No. So is this 4 separate instances? Yes. Alright. Is this 4 separate groups? Yes. So I feel like depending on the group that you fall into, different times during the week, you will be either knocking yourself out, not knocking yourself out, being completely intuitive, or the range I just mentioned. Okay, so please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my protectors, please come forward and share how might they be knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week. Flop. I need it's a anyway. Okay, so how might my protectors be knocking themselves out? Please give me an answer. Okay, indirectness. My protectors, you are trying to go about achieving your goal indirectly, and that is causing you to knock yourself out of your intuitiveness. So you're not directly going for what you want, you're backhandedly going about it, and it ain't helping. Okay, so that is what I got for my protectors. So now on to my chameleons, the individuals who intuitively know what intuitive style to use in any given situation. Alright, so please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my chameleons, please come forward and share. Are they knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? Are they? Maybe. No. Possibly. Alright, so. And yes. So. Is this three different. Are these four groups? Are these four groups? Maybe. So, or is this 4 different times during the week? Maybe. So you have to be mindful of what's happening at every moment. Just make sure that you are aware of what triggers you, is what I'm getting. So please, God, angels, and guides, how might my gorgeous chameleons be knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? And you got reaction versus response, with choice through default appearing from the bottom. Wait, what was it? Choice through default. Well, you're reacting or you're responding because of the fact that you made a choice because of something that you thought you couldn't do, or you thought that you could do and you didn't want to do. So in either case, you kind of put yourself in a pickle. Okay? My gorgeous chameleons. So that was it for you guys. So my gorgeous triple tears, this is all that I have for you guys this week for this video series. If you like this, and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me in the comment section. Okay? Yes, contact me in the comment section. And yes, leave me a comment. Give me your feedback. I love feedback, okay? I really do. I read them all. I might not answer them all, but I absolutely read them all. And so, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I love comments. And with that being said, my gorgeous triple tears, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Next Saturday, alright? Bye.